Hello and welcome to the show today. I'm really glad you could join us. So look, health is really important to being a successful business owner. As a matter of fact, I always say it's body, mind, and soul, because if you don't have those things right, you really don't have the focus, energy, and patience that you need to run a business. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So with us today is Pascal Bachmann. Now, he's an international speaker, author, life and business strategist who empowers and coaches businessmen to be healthy, successful leaders in both business and life. After being a professional athlete on a world-class level, having a praxis for Asian therapies, creating 7 businesses now in 3 different industries, generating more than 20 million and coach more than 20,000 people. He's in the position to share exactly what he learned, which is what he's going to do with us today. Now, the view and experiences from 3 different angles make him different, and his approach very unique, as you'll soon hear. And he doesn't share what he learned from the books, but what real life has taught him. Thanks for coming on the show with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ty. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I'm really glad to talk about this topic. It's not just my passion. I truly believe it's what every business owner and actually every person on life should consider and implement in their lives, because we all want one thing, or actually 2 things. We want fulfillment and we want to be healthy. And like you said, for business, we need to be healthy, because that's the only way how we can enjoy the success that we produce, right?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Well, why do you think it's so relatable to business? Like, why do you think health is, because you have this connection between health and being a professional athlete, your experience there, and all these 20,000 business people you've coached. So why do you think those 2 are linked together? Why do you think it's so important for business people to be in a healthy state?
It actually has 2 main reasons. Something like, I had the praxis for Asian therapies for 10 years, and the people that I've treated are people, or let me start different. 95% of all the people that came in to our praxis with pain, physical or mental, came with self-produced problems that they created by living the lifestyle that they choose to live. So, for example, business owner come in, diabetes, overweight, health problems. What doctors usually treat is diabetes, right? They recommend them a different diet. If you want more energy, if you want to get healthy, you need to eat different, which is true. But why is that person eating too much? Nobody asked that question. So, and that's the thing. Most people eat too much or create problems like that because maybe they are in a relationship for 20 years that is toxic to them. Or maybe they work for a boss for the last 15 years that they didn't like. So they work about their own values every single day, and that creates illnesses. That's the one thing. I've treated so many people who came in with problems, business owners. They had everything, success, they had cars, they had money, they had houses, they had everything. But the one thing that, and they didn't realize that in their journey, the one thing, once they didn't have that anymore, their own health, they would literally give me everything to get that piece back, but it wasn't possible most of the time. And the second thing is, the second reason is why I connect those things is most people, I believe in the US, it's about 70 to 80% of all the businesses close or go bankrupt within the first 7 to 10 years. And in my opinion, the main reason for that is they didn't create the frame that the business need to succeed, to be stable. And for me, the frame, I call it the core 4, is health, mind, harmony, and wealth. Those 4 pillars are not the way it should be. So what happened most of the time is a business owner have a business idea. Then they create a business. That's their passion. That's what they want to do. So they run and focus only on that one thing, the reason why they started the business. They usually don't think about the other 70 to 80% that comes with the business. All these responsibilities. They need a room, they have contractors, they have freelancers, they have so many responsibilities that they didn't think about, but it takes off time, it takes off money. And they realized that, wait a minute, the reason why I actually started the business, my activity in that area is just, it's dropping to like 20 or 30%. I want to do what the reason why I started my business. So fun and the fire for that passion goes down and down and down. And the responsibilities at the other side grow and grow and grow and grow. And that again makes people unhappy and unhealthy. And like I said before, in my opinion, it's the frame. That's the most important thing that they need to have. And every business that grows because of people who make the business grow. And if you want your business to grow, you need to grow as a person. And it starts with your personal responsibility, which is get yourself ready to run the race. And they're going to be bumpy, and they're going to be hard, and they're going to be challenging. So you better get ready for what's coming. So that's
makes sense. When in all these people you've helped through this journey, I mean, what have you found the secrets to good health really are?
The secrets to good health for me is to understand health. What does health really mean? Most people reduce health to 2 or 3 things, which is nutrition, sport, and supplement or medication or the whole medical field. But health is so much more. I mentioned it before, healthy relationships, healthy mindset, healthy everything. Everything we do can be done healthy or not. And people just don't realize it. If I hang out with the wrong crowd, I become that. Is it healthy? Not if it's the wrong crowd. So we talk about that often if it comes to the success journey that we all in. Choose your people wisely, have mentors, look for people who are where you want to be, stuff like that. What is that? That's a healthy environment, healthy relationship, because all those things that we do and think is energy. And that energy can be toxic to you or not. And that's why I believe the secret to health is really to have the right mindset, to be open and coachable, to first understand what does health mean. It's not just nutrition and sport. That's just part of it. It's more, like I said, health. Like at the core 4, I split it up. Health, it's for example, it's body, nutrition, exercise, and wellness. In the second pillar, which is mind, the mindset, it's your purpose, your ID, vision, and mission. And that's a very super important part, because if you don't know as an entrepreneur or as a human being who you are and go and why you want to go there, how do you want to be on mission every single day with what you say, what you think, and what you do? It's not possible. You just get up and do something. So to know your identity and to be crystal clear where you want to go and why you want to go there gives you the mission that you can build your life on. And that mission, if it's really coming from within you, means that you are not just a mission, you live your life according to your values. And I said it a few minutes ago, if you don't live your life and make your decisions, daily decisions based on your personal value, that's not healthy. That's gonna go against you. And the third pillar, harmony, it's all about love. Love what you do what you love. So it's about your relationship, the relationship with yourself, the relationship with your creator, the relationship with your family, the relationship with your customers, with your clients. How is that relationship? And is it fun? Can you get up in the morning and you're just happy to work because you know I'm on mission? This is how I'm going to change my world with fun. I love to do that. And it gives me the balance in life because I take care of my family. I take care of my body. I take care of my relationships. I know what I value and I'm grateful for that. I say thank you. I appreciate things. So these 3 pillars, health, mind, and harmony, leads me to number 4, which is wealth. And if I break it down, wealth to business in relation to health, it's again, if I produce that vehicle body that I need to become the person I need to be to achieve my goals, if that person have the right mindset and is clear on where to go and why to go there, if that person again have the harmony in the rest of the life in all other areas, if it then comes to business, we just have a different impact. We have a different impact because we are complete, we are clear, we are happy, everything is fun. And that impact in business leads to success. And success then leads to financial freedom, which again, close the circle and give us fulfillment. And that's my secret, to really take all those things in consideration and not just think about it, but sit down, be present, be 100% conscious, and work out a plan for your life.
Is that really how you start, is to figure out the plan? Because you're talking about a lot of things that make a lot of sense, right? Everything from, like you said, sitting down, focus, even focusing on meditation, and, also, eating right, working out, doing all the things that are necessary. But what if that's not your value system now? Like, what if your value system's never been to be healthy? How do you start changing that to get to the way that you should be, that we're talking about now, that you really should end up doing?
A very good question. I'm glad you asked that, because that's one of the main questions that many people ask themselves who are not there, right? They don't have that urgent, they don't feel it. And before I answer that question, I can promise everybody one thing. If you believe that it is not important right now, or not so important to be healthy, you 100% will if you have a serious health problem, because I faced it thousands of times in my praxis. Once the problem is here, they come and they want to be, they would give you everything because they realize that it's over. The only way to not get to that point is to prevent it. But to answer that question, that's a main problem in today's society. That's 100% something that we should learn in school. We didn't learn that. But the way to get there is to really realize, if you out there today listening and you're not sure if you should take that serious or not, what I really recommend you to do is make yourself realize who is reaching your goals. It's you. Who is feeding your family? It's you. Who creates your business and operates it? It's you. If you're an entrepreneur, who receives the value that you provide? It's you. Can they receive it if you're not here anymore, or if you're not healthy? No way. It's your obligation to become healthy. And we need to realize that our body is a miracle. We just see a few things that the body does or not does. But we need to realize that our bodies create or go through hundreds of thousands of processes every single minute to be able to function. You turn off one thing, for example, the air flow, it takes you 1 to 2 minutes and you're gone. That's one thing. We turn off the heart, it's gone. So we need to really realize that body that we have is a miracle, and it is our responsibility to take care of it. For example, in a praxis, I ask so many people, why do you eat? And they laugh at me, and I can see in the back of their head, they probably ask, what a stupid question, Pascal, why do I eat? Because I'm hungry. And then I went on with the second question. So, well, what do you eat when we're hungry? The top answer was always, well, most of the time, something that I like. My third question then was, is what you like, what your body needs to be able to live? And then they started to think and realize, hey, wait a moment. I really just eat because I'm hungry. And I eat what I like when I'm hungry. They don't realize that we don't eat because we are hungry. That's just our body that communicates with us in that way. The reason why we eat is if our body doesn't get these 7 things, fat, protein, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, water, and fibers in the right amount and in the right relation, I'm gonna die. The body cannot live without these things. And again, it's our responsibility to give the body what it needs to perform the way we demand it every single day in all areas. And that's the only tip really I can give, that be open and realize that your body was a gift, which is a miracle that it functions, and anything you do in life is reachable if you have the body that brings you there. It's a tough one. And
how do you develop the master plan to get there? I mean, like, how do you go from now realizing you're right, I've got to start addressing these things, I've got to start putting together a plan, but there's too much. All the things you talked about in the core 4 are so overwhelming. So how do we get started with a plan to be able to fix that?
The plan is really to start with your own nutrition, to see how do I eat today and how can I possibly eat, or how would it be maybe more healthy for me to eat, and to ask yourself that one question: am I healthy? Am I doing enough? Like, do I move my body, and do I eat healthy? And everybody who listened today, who looks in the mirror and asks themselves that question, will know the truth. Do I move myself enough, and do I eat healthy? And some people probably even gonna sit on the couch in front of the TV, listen to the podcast, eat the chips and drink a beer. The question is answered. So those little things are not forbidden, but do I really give my body what it needs to become healthy? That's the first one, to really say, okay, it's about my health. My health, I can create it by giving my body what it needs and by moving my body in a way that it's consistent, moved. And if someone doesn't know how to get there, what is healthy and what not, we all use the internet. Type in healthy foods or healthy diet. It doesn't mean that I don't like diets in the term like the American use the word. I prefer to say nutrition form. It's a form of nutrition. You, for example, can go with ketogenic diet. You can go with intermittent fasting. You can go with so many different ways on how to feed your body. But it is the first step to really figure out and be honest to yourself. Am I healthy or not? And if you're not, to make a decision, to really schedule that time when you say, okay, now it's enough. I want to get healthier. If you don't have the willpower to do that, get yourself a nutrition coach, go to the gym. But it is 100% necessary that you make a decision and that you just go for it. Just like in every other things that we do in life, we need to make decisions. And once you realize that your health is important, analyze where you are, figure out where you can go, and then make a decision. Am I gonna contact a nutritionist tomorrow? I gonna change my diet by myself? I gonna talk to my partner and say, hey, are we doing it together? We eat every day anyway. It's easier to cook together. Just decisions. And I believe, and I experienced that hundreds of times, once you start with your nutrition, everything will change. Everything will change. You have different thoughts. You feel different. Confidence is different when you walk around. Your decisions make more fun. You just get more active beside looking better, which is also a subconscious booster. Even your sex life, like it influences everything, business, personal life, everything. Once you start with that one thing, being conscious and honest to yourself, make a decision and start changing your life. And it can be super simple. I exchange all the sweet and unhealthy drinks, and from now on, I just drink water and herbal teas. I stop eating snacks in between that are unhealthy, all chips and stuff like that. Or you can even stop the podcast right now for a minute, walk to your refrigerator and take everything out that you know it's not healthy. Trash it. And from now on, make sure you only buy stuff that are healthy, because you don't want to have any temptation in your kitchen. Stuff like this, really small little adjustment. It's not that we have to change our whole life to become healthy. No, it's simple. It's a decision and a start, step by step, just like everywhere else.
So what do you think is holding people back from doing this?
Habits. Most of the time, habits. I mean, let's like a boy or a girl, 5 years old, go and shop to Whole Foods with their mom, or Whole Foods. Let's take Costco. They go to Costco and they buy food. Now they buy all this stuff, like, let's say, until that little girl turns 16. So that girl go 10 or 11 years with their mom to Costco and they buy all this unhealthy stuff. So that child sees that and experiences that every single time. So it becomes a subconscious, that's just the way we live. This is the way you eat. This is the way you shop. This is the way you do it. Because I learned it like this and my parents show me how to do it. Now this girl turned 16 and decided to, okay, I go to college, I stay with my friends, or I have a boyfriend, I have my own apartment or house. Now guess what that girl gonna buy? Exactly the same trash as they eat and buy with their parents, because they didn't learn anything else. Nobody gonna take a product and turn it around and say, oh, let me look at the nutrition facts first. Is that healthy and good for me? No, they don't do it. They don't even realize that there are 30 different options of butter. They don't realize that there are different options of pretty much everything, healthier options and unhealthy options. So habits, it's the main thing. This is how most people grow up, and this is what they continue doing it before they come conscious. Hey, there's maybe something else. And before they make the decision that we were talking about a minute ago to change or to be open to look into alternatives. I believe strongly that this is the main reason why they hold back. They just don't know. It's a subconscious program that runs. The urgency is not here. The pain is not there. They feel good. They think everything is fine. And it's just the comfort zone, the convenience and all that stuff that's holding them back. And I just believe it's super sad that so many people let it happen and wait until they end up seeing the doctor, until they wait and have pain every single day, until they bring their life to the point where their life quality is miserable. I'm writing a book about exactly that stuff. The book calls Irresponsible Society. And it's exactly about this stuff. Why do people wait and don't take their own responsibility? It's always somebody else. If it comes to nutrition and health, it's my genes. It's how I grow up. It's everybody, but not me. We all have the choice to make a decision.
What about staying focused? If you've now kind of crossed that barrier, you now know this is what you need to do. You've got your plan. How do you stay focused on executing that plan?
I believe you stay focused always in every area when you first understand what you do and why you do it. And when you make it a habit, because if you make it a habit, it becomes your new program that runs and it doesn't need effort. It's just something that you do. I mean, people who go to the gym know that. Or if you eat a dish, you just take that fork and you don't think a second on it. You don't need to focus about anything because it's just what you do. And the same thing with nutrition. If you make it a focus, or if you go to the gym regularly, if you buy your stuff, this is just what you do and you make it a habit. And that's why I believe once you understand what you do and why you do it, and it becomes a habit because you did it enough times, which is again, if it comes to nutrition, super important to be consistent. Not, oh, I do it like 2 days and then 1 day not. You don't want to restart a few times per week. You want to be consistent and give yourself like 2 to 4 weeks and say, no matter what, I do it every single day. And I know it's going to be challenging in the beginning, but once I'm over that, it becomes a habit and I don't need to focus anymore because it's just what I do. And this is the time when something becomes a habit, this is when we should scale up and look for the next step.
This is great stuff. I mean, we could sit here and talk for hours about it. And I think it's one of the most important topics that we can discuss, because I think health is essential to success in life and business. Where can everybody go to learn more?
PascalBachmann.com. It's my website, and you connect there everywhere. You can connect with me on all the social medias, and I have a company called bodyandmindtransformation.com. You can do a free quiz there. It's I believe 12 to 15 questions that you can answer, and based on your answers, we will recommend the right or ideal diet for your body type. So you will get a recommendation, a free ebook where your nutrition type is described, and you will see, okay, actually that sounds good. So are you more intermittent fasting? Are you more ketogenic diet, or are you more plant-based, which is a living life diet? It's a simple, easy quiz to do the quiz to take the first step. Go to that page, do the quiz, and you know exactly what will support you based on who you are, because that's a mistake. People go on the internet and they search how to lose 20 pounds in 1 month, how to lose body fat, everybody wants to sell you something. But the internet is a one-way communication. If you put in your problem, you're going to get thousands of answers from people who want to sell you something. How about you first answer some questions to narrow it down, to actually get what fits you based on who you are, and not what possibly 5 million people on that planet can do without getting any question asked. So it's really about you. Your health is your body. You got one, better take care of it and make sure that what you decide to do, if it comes to nutrition and stay healthy, fits who you are. Because if you, for example, try a ketogenic diet because your body at the gym got super good results, or even your twin sister have amazing results, that doesn't mean that this diet gonna fit you, because your sister is a different person. The habits, the beliefs and all that stuff, maybe you completely different, and that diet not gonna fit you, but you're gonna push it through 3 months, 4 months. You may be even gonna get results, but then you fall back to your old habits because what you did is not who you are. And then we have the yo-yo and all that stuff. So to find the right diet, the diet that fits you is one of the most important steps to actually start, so that you start with the right thing and not just something.
Sure. Well, thanks for joining us today. This has been very enlightening.
Thank you so much for having me.
And so everybody tuning in, again, we just scratched the surface when we talk about health and what it can actually do for your life success in general. And as Pascal said, I think the problem is that, you know, the saying is that it's easier to sell painkillers than vitamins. And by that, it means that us, like in our society, we tend to, you know, already have the problem before we really go looking and respect the solution, instead of doing what's preventative and never having the problem to begin with. And I can tell you, as he's mentioned, that typically once you recognize the problem, go to solve it in health, it's just too late at that point. It's too many years, if not decades, of doing the wrong thing. So to learn more about getting yourself on the right track to becoming healthy and successful in life and business, make sure you visit his website, PascalBachmann.com. It's Pascal. And the last name is Bachmann, BACHMANN.com. I'm going to put that link on our show resources page as well. Go there, check out his other brand, check out his quiz to be able to see how healthy you are. They'll be able to find that through your main website too. Is that right?
Not really how healthy that they are, but
Where's the quiz at?
the quiz is bodyandmindtransformation.com/quiz.
Okay, so that's bodyandmindtransformation.com/quiz.
Right.
Okay, so make sure you go to his main website, or you can also go to bodyandmindtransformation.com/quiz to see like where you are on the health scale. And that'll get you started on getting on the right track. So make sure you check out both of those resources. Both will be in the show resources page, and get your health. So get your health in line, because when you do this, not only can you live a long and enjoyable life, but it really is a key in accomplishing the kind of business success that you really want to have. So make sure you visit both of those links, and make sure you especially visit bodyandmindtransformation.com/quiz to take that quiz to see how healthy you are and be on the right track to being healthy and living a successful, healthy business and life. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.